Nebraska and Cincinnati. The line right now is Nebraska -7, and this is a team that is looking at that year 3 jump under Matt Rhule. A lot of people are talking about that. Do they have the ability to take a leap in Matt Rhule's 3rd season with the program? A lot of that hinges on the offense, and Dylan Raiola has to have a good year for this to happen. The schedule allows them to win games, but you have to have your quarterback playing better. Now, Raiola is under Dana Holgorsen now. Dana Holgorsen took over last year as the offensive coordinator, and they need his offense to produce explosive plays. They need his offense to make things happen for their young quarterback. Now, Raiola has been super hyped up when he came into Nebraska. Last year had his moments, but also definitely had his moments as a young player that needs to improve. Over 2,800 yards and 13 touchdowns, but he did throw 11 picks. Now, the one thing you can point to is that under Holgorsen, he looked a lot more comfortable than he did under Marcus Satterfield. That is something that Nebraska fans are really excited about, and they expect big things from him because of that. And Holgorsen's great. I think that he is a guy who loves the game. He loves calling offenses. He loves dialing up plays, and that's going to help this team tremendously. They're going to find ways to get Raiola and his playmakers in positions to be successful, and that's going to be a big thing to pay attention to. The other thing is the defense has to replace quite a bit of talent up front. That's going to be a big question. The linebackers and Javen Wright might have to do a little bit more than they did last year, but again, there's plenty of talent to make that happen. They're facing a Cincinnati team that isn't going to apologize for their lack of preparedness if that happens, or any struggles that Nebraska might see early on. This is a Cincinnati team that went 5-7 last year, and they want to get back to a bowl game. They want to get back on the right track, and Scott Satterfield needs that to happen. Brendan Sorsby is going to be a big key for this team. 2,800 yards last year, 18 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. He could have an even better year. This is a team that could surprise people in the Big 12 if everything goes to plan. They need a bounce back season. If Sorsby is better as a passer and even can do some things with his legs, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Nebraska early on, because I don't think a lot of people expect Cincinnati to win. I don't think a lot of people expect this team to have a ton of success, and that puts them in a good position to kind of surprise people. They could have a year in which they exceed expectations. Brendan Sorsby has the talent to win some big games. We just need to see it consistently. And that kind of fits to both quarterbacks too. The defense is going to have some new faces as well. You do have some familiar faces, though, that will help them get on track. The linebackers are set. The guy to pay attention to is Dante Corleone. Now, hopefully, fully back healthy and at 100%. He is a guy that is a game changer on defense, a game changer on the defensive line, and someone who is very capable of making big plays and getting his guys extra help, opening things up for the guys behind him. Again, those linebackers are set. The secondary might need some time, but a guy like Dante Corleone can help both those levels with his play. And even though Nebraska has a good offensive line that's experienced and talented, they're going to have a tough time keeping him in check. They are going to have a tough time keeping him in away from the plays and out of the backfield. That's going to require probably some double teams. You might even have to triple team him at times. He has the talent to be a really good player, and he could be a first-round pick. It's just that his health in the past is maybe going to limit how high he rises, but that's a guy who has the ability to make plays and really do a lot of good things for this team. I do think that Nebraska wins this game. I do think that they're the talented team. I'm really high in Nebraska this year, and I know that's something we say in the past, but I think they have all the right pieces. They did really good in the transfer portal. They have the right guy calling plays on offense, and they have the right quarterback that should be able to thrive in this game. That's going to be something that is a formula for success. And again, this is a team that under Matt Rhule expects to take that year 3 jump. And I know people kind of roll their eyes when they hear that, but when you look at what he did at Baylor, you look at what he did at Temple, there's a reason why he's done it at both places. And Nebraska is not going to be any different. The schedule lines up for that. The talent he has coming back makes it possible. And it's just a matter of the team executing. That's plain and simple what it's going to come down to. And this is a team that definitely has the ability to do that.